Blog Talk Radio.
To another Friday night edition of the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. How's everybody doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Can't complain. Happy Friday. Oh, that's right. Happy late birthday to me. I had a great one. Wait, can you allow somebody else to say happy birthday? No. I'm just going to continue it on.
What do they say? Don't break your arm. Don't break your arm patting yourself on the back.
Yeah, really. Well, happy birthday, Ketel. Well, thank you.
Yeah, can we get it off our...
Did you have a good time? I sure did.
That was beautiful. That's the only day you own.
Yeah. Went by the beach
only
and,
day you own.
To the water park and, did some splashing here and there. Oh, okay. Relaxation. That's what. All right. Y'all didn't go to the nude beach or did anything like that? Yeah, I'm going to take it.
Oh, Redwine. Boy, I thought you was such a nice thing.
What stays in Delaware? What goes on in Delaware stays in Delaware. Oh. I didn't know they got down like that. Look, they didn't put me out, so. Oh. So y'all act like y'all had sense, huh? Okay. Kind of, sort of, almost. All right, very good.
They didn't give you opportunity to say, I've been kicked out of nicer places than this. That was what it said.
Yep, you got it. I enjoyed myself. That was nice. Oh, well, that's wonderful. Mm-hmm. All right, so Poppa DD, what's our topic to kick it off today? What's our chit-chat?
Well, there's some stuff in the news, but we'll say that for the Hollywood wrap-up. But just to gloss over things a little bit, do you still think that women are really, I wouldn't say underpaid, but they kind of catty-corner them? Or they kind of, the negotiation goes deeper or further than they would, with a guy. When I say a guy, I'm talking about somebody like The Rock or Denzel or people they know that they got to pay that dollar to straight up. Will Smith. You know what I mean? And I'm using my brothers as an example as well,
Well, I think they are.
No exceptions. So, we can do the round table on that. And like I said, we know we're fighting for the equal rights for sure, but for some reason, some people of a certain generation just can't get, they can't buy that in some cases.
Well, I would say, aside from people acting, I know that the women's soccer team for the United States, they're still struggling. Now, I know that they had been given some kind of concessions, but they still are not getting the same money and the same benefits and all that the men's soccer team gets. I thought they sued. Mm-hmm. They did. And like I said, they got some concessions, but it's still not, the parity is still not there. So apparently, this is just going to be a problem that seems like it'll never go away. I guess as long as people recognize gender as a thing, then there's going to be this problem. It seems to me that work should be, the money you get should be based on the work that you do, not the gender you were assigned at birth. But for some reason, that always seems to fall back into play. That's just my viewpoint. What you say, Carol? I'm just trying to understand. We always talk about who is they and who is, making these, the pay scale. Who does the pay scale? Who is they that do this pay scale? Is it a white male? Because we always say it's a white man, so it's a white male. I guess it's a white male society. So, I don't know. How can we change it? Where do we change it? Do we need more diversity on? Are we just talking about the Olympics, or we talking about just in general? I was just speaking in general across the board. Maybe we just need to be more diversity and more women in the higher
roles, I guess, who makes those decisions as far as who, what the pay is. But how do we get to that point? We have to continue to fight, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I think the they is whoever is holding the checkbook. Mm-hmm. Because whoever is the one that's writing the check is the one in control of the money.
And
so if they have a problem with saying, if I do the same job that Poppa DD does, but for some reason his check is fatter than mine, and that's because the person who writes the check decided that Poppa DD should get more money.
But I think it has to be a shift. You have to change with the times because more women are out there working and everything. Back in the day, 40s and 50s, or back in the way, the man was always the breadwinner. Mm-hmm. So that's why that was the justification.
Right.
Now you can't justify it because we do just as good of work as a man would. So
yeah, women are out in the workforce just like men, if not in greater numbers.
Right. So it might depend on the job too. I think our physical capabilities may not be the same as a man, but give us something. Don't have that large of a disparity. If a man's making $100,000 and you just give me $50,000.
Especially if we're doing the same job.
Right, that's a big disparity. So, we have to change that. So we have to get more women writing those checks. How about that?
That's what I think.
And women of color too. I mean, just because you're a female don't mean that you might not be trying to kick the black females out. Who knows? So.
But you know what? I will say sometimes women are the worst offenders of that, because you have some women who want to once they get in the position of holding the checkbook,
right,
they feel like, okay, I made it and I don't want any competition.
Right.
So they make it so difficult for other women to move up in the ranks in the company.
Right.
And they will put roadblocks, obstacles, speed bumps, all of that. And it's ridiculous. But I've seen it happen.
Right.
And they need to stop that.
That's called cat fight. No, Poppa DD.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
You're trying to run the world. Well, can't we all run the world? Can't we all run some of it? Why has it got to be 3 or 4 multi-billionaires that's running everything?
Well, just like, I'm just giving this example, and I'm going to get off that soapbox. Like a lot of entertainers, a lot of the actors and things, they are starting their own quote-unquote production companies because they're not waiting on quote-unquote Hollywood to give them a break or give them a role or make them producer or this or that. They're not waiting for that. They're doing their own shiggity.
That's what you got to do. I agree.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else to add, Poppa DD?
Well, just one thing. Like you were saying, Ketel, that when people do their own production companies, I think the biggest problem is coming from the big dogs, the Warner Brothers and the Paramounts and the Foxes and the ones that really hold the strings of distribution and everything else. And these people are making so much money from somebody like Warner Brothers, for example. They've got and Disney, for example. Let's just use them two as an example. They're making so much money out of side pocket. You know what I mean? They're negotiating with different actors on a major motion picture, but they're making money off of Toy Story 6, big time, or Sing, or Frozen, or I don't know who distributed what. I'm just putting names out there. There's more money going in their side pockets, so with them talking to you out of their front pocket, there's so much money going in their side pocket that you can see their ass cheek in the back from how much that money from the side pocket is weighing down the back of their pants. So they don't really have to talk to you with any kind of seriousness because they're making a ton of money somewhere else.
Right.
So now they're like saying, and then they're so rich and powerful, when you try to sue them, they're like, oh, please, hogwash. That's not what we said. Bring it on. Because they got so much money in their legal fund. You know what I mean? They'd already made $20 million off the movie. You know what I mean? So it's sort of like the Trump theory. Sue me if you want to. I got to sue you, I don't think a big name and a big voice means that you're gonna win every lawsuit either. So, but I just wish everybody power to whatever they're trying to do and the independence of people. But like you said, Redwine, I think the ladies, once you do reach that pinnacle of where you are considered on the equal level like you're supposed to have been, then don't get cocky now and think you're going to do an all-female review, because now you're just as guilty as the man's club was. Now you got the damn women's clubs. So what the hell? And people of color are always left out of all clubs. Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
About balance.
Yeah, balance is the key.
But we're going to get into that later with Scarlett Johansson and, like you said, about the Disney and them making more money, out the yang in their pockets and stuff. But we'll talk more.
What they do.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Well, let's get into the rundown. What you got on the docket tonight, Kel?
All right, now. Hot off the press here.
All right. Fire it up.
All right. CDC warns Delta variant appears to spread as easily as chickenpox. Oh. Biden orders tough new vaccination rules for federal workers. And Wisconsin officer to be charged in death of a black man. Here we go again. Hidden and quitted headline, Chicago restaurant harassed for attracting too many black people. Also, Denzel Washington Foundation commits $1 million to Texas HBCU. 10 Nigerian Olympians disqualified. Authorities dropped the ball. Also, how much Olympic athletes earn for winning medals. Also, Popeyes wants to end the chicken war. And Trump supporters intimidating people door to door in Pennsylvania. Also, a cocktail of the week is called the Rosemary Grapefruit Refresher. What's poppin' with Poppa DD? Our weird news, we have to lighten it up. Epic battle between hundreds of monkeys in Thailand. Also, 37-year-old man woke up thinking he was 16. And man attempts to cure constipation with an eel in his anus. Okay. I'm just saying, with Redwine, what's the point of being banned? Living for the city with Poppa DD. My Hollywood wrap up. I got a lot tonight. The kiss it list and the last word. Sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail. We'll be back with the hot topics.
Does your gray hair make you look much older than you really are? Do Boy Scouts try to help you cross the street? Don't waste your time with messy hair colors that won't last. Wigs will just make your hair sweat. What you need is a permanent solution. You need
Gray Be Gone. Gray Be Gone
burns your gray hairs right down to the root. No more coloring with
Gray Be Gone.
Simply apply Gray Be Gone with the heat-protected gloves to your entire scalp. When you feel the burning, the gray hairs are being fried right on your head. After the procedure, just stick your head in a bucket of ice water to cool the burning, and just like that, no more gray hairs. You might have bald spots and burns where the gray used to be, but that's a whole different problem. Gray Be Gone will solve your gray hair problem once and for all.
Gray Be Gone.
Get yours today and make that gray go away.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm your host, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. Oh, it's time for the hot topics. It's simple. What you got on the button, Poppa DD?
I got the CDC warns that the Delta variant appears to spread as easy as chickenpox, which I truly believe. Okay, the Delta coronavirus surging across the United States appears to cause more severe illnesses and spread as easily as the chickenpox, according to our internal documents from the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention. All right? The documents outline unpublished data that shows fully vaccinated people might spread the Delta variant, spread the Delta variant at the same rate as unvaccinated people. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky, she confirmed that the authenticity of the document, which was first reported by the Washington Post. She quotes that, I think people need to understand that we're not crying wolf here. This is serious, she said. CNN is one of the most transmittable viruses that we've known about, the measles, chickenpox, mumps, things like that have been around forever. And I think people should take heed to these ailments that were there long before a lot of us was born and have been controlled by the time we were born. Anyway, the CDC published data Friday that will back Walensky's controversial decision to change guidelines for fully vaccinated people. She said Tuesday the CDC has recommended that even fully vaccinated people wear masks indoors in places where transmitting disease and the virus is highly likely. Okay, and she said that everyone in schools, students, staff, and visitors should wear masks at all times. All right? The CDC presentation said the Delta virus is about transmittable. It's about as transmittable as the chickenpox, like I said earlier, and the measles and the mumps. With each infected person, on average, infecting 8 or 9 other people. Okay, the original lineage was about transmitting as a common cold, with each infected person passing the virus to about 2 or 3 people. But as they're saying now, that the coronavirus can pass it to 8 or 9 people in the same day.
With the Delta variant.
With the Delta variant, yes.
Oh, gosh.
Right, and if vaccinated people get infected anyway, they have a much greater chance of surviving it as opposed to death and serious illness. But they still must wear their mask to lower their chances. So what this is all saying, and you know, we're hearing a lot of different things from different people and different circumstances, and CDC doesn't want to commit to different things, as you see, totally. So everything is still on the fence and all right now, and Biden's proceeding with caution because nobody wants to be overzealous. Because, you know, as long as Pfizer and what's the other one, Moderna. Yeah, as long as you tell them to make it, you know, they're going to get paid, so they'll shoot it out. But nobody wants to throw too much in people's arms and overzealous people, and, you know, so I guess you can just, as they say, stand by and see what's going to happen and continue to play the game and trust the science, you know?
Yeah, that's the key thing.
The main thing you got to do is trust the science.
Get the vaccine and wear the mask. Mm-hmm. That, to me, is the bottom line. Get the vaccine, wear the mask. And for all these people that are still tripping and protesting and saying that this is all a made-up hoax and all of that stuff, y'all need to stop. Because all you're doing is confusing people. Anyway, I'm not going to get on my soapbox on that.
Yeah. We know 45 is still got his hooks in people.
That's so sad.
They can't even think straight.
All right, we'll move on.
All right.
What do you got on the hot burner?
Biden orders tough new vaccination rules for federal workers. All right, federal workers. Then I guess he's going to get to everybody else, huh? President Biden announced sweeping new pandemic requirements aimed at boosting vaccination rates for millions of federal workers and contractors as he laminated the quote-unquote American tragedy, which is rising of, deaths because people are unvaccinated. Because there's been some stories where people didn't want to get vaccinated, but they got the virus, and then they were begging and pleading, but they were like, it's too late.
Yeah, so it doesn't work like that. It's not a cure.
Right. It helps to keep it away. Mm-hmm. Federal workers will be required to sign forms attesting they've been vaccinated against the coronavirus, or else comply with the new rules on mandatory masking, weekly testing, and distancing, and more. It's over 4 million people. This could take effect for the 4 million people. That's a lot of people. And also 7 more that's contracted out. Reflecting an awareness of the political landmines surrounding mandates, administration officials emphasize that their plan does not require workers to receive the vaccine, but aims to make life more difficult for those who are unvaccinated to encourage them to comply. Okay. He also directed the Defense Department to look into adding the COVID-19 shot to his list of required vaccinations for members of the military. Service members already are required to get about 17 vaccines, depending on where their base is around the world. Some of the nation's biggest corporations have moved to require vaccinations for their workers. check this out. Facebook and Google announced this week their employees would have to show proof they've been fully vaccinated before returning to work. Mm-hmm. Also, Delta and United Airlines are requiring new employees to show proof of vaccination. Goldman and Sachs and Morgan Stanley are requiring workers to disclose their vaccination status, but not requiring them to be vaccinated.
Now, how much sense does that make?
It doesn't. I guess it's a thin line they're trying to be careful with it, I guess, because people can come back and sue you. That's my guess is. So, also, state lawmakers across the U.S. have introduced more than 100 bills to prohibit employers from requiring vaccination as a condition of employment. Wow. The Justice Department and the Federal Employment Opportunity Commission have both said no federal laws prevent businesses from requiring vaccinations as a condition of employment, and the federal policy would take precedent.
So it's not against the law.
Right.
But these lawmakers that are against it are trying to get a law to say businesses can't penalize you or not hire you if you say, no, I haven't been vaccinated and I don't want to be.
Right. Right. So right now there's no federal laws prevent businesses from requiring vaccinations as a condition of employment. So you say you have to be vaccinated before you get the job, you qualified, yada, yada, you got it, but you got to be vaccinated. No, that's not the law. So.
Well, there's ways around that.
Yeah.
I could look at their resume and say, oh, you have 5 years experience? I'm so sorry. I needed someone with 8 years experience.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. If I find out you're not vaccinated, I will find something else and say, oh, I didn't hire you because of that. It had nothing to do with your vaccination status.
It's like the age thing. You're supposed to ask somebody your age.
Absolutely.
Well, I personally think that Biden does control the government employees and the contractors and all that. He's the boss of the government installation.
Sure, that's what I was saying.
Because most of your other businesses in the world are private institutions.
Sure, that's what it's saying in this article.
And you can't really. I guess you have to get some kind of court order to tell them, because it separates the state from the government, and all that.
But it's the Congress people who are fighting against it that are saying that they want to try to pass a law to stop businesses from being able to, I guess, basically carry out what
anybody that's trying to pass a law, then they're the ones that got to do the work, because Biden can shut it down, which I think he will after a while. I think he will. If he see it gets too ugly, and say, look, I need all my government workers to get vaccinated. I'm going to give you a month before we start shutting the doors, before look at the perfect example. Look at Ronald Reagan when he fired all the air traffic controllers.
Yeah.
Blew people's minds. Yeah. You got people now whose families were destroyed with that whole move.
Yeah.
He said, get back to work or you're fired. Right. And they, no, we strike it, you're fired. Ronald Reagan fired them air traffic controllers back in the 80s, and they were like, what? They said, well, you work for the government, brother. It's a government job.
Yeah.
Same with Amtrak, and anybody that's subsidized by the government is a government position.
Right.
And anytime you want to get in touch with them, you got to put the word .gov at the end of it.
See, a lot of people don't.
They don't understand.
They don't understand
that handbook. They don't read that.
Any job out there, they got .gov at the end of their into their website.
Because even in the government, you have unions. But even though they negotiate all this stuff with the unions, the president still has the last word. Now, they will still try to work it out with the unions, but unless the unions fight back, Congress, these people in Congress that are fighting against mask mandates and all of that stuff, they can just keep on whistling Dixie. Because all they're going to do is make noise. Look, let me run to the phone lines real quick before we get off on a tangent. Hey, caller. Welcome to the Pajama Party Show. Go right ahead with your comment.
What's up? This is Poppa DD Jr. How's everybody doing?
Well, hello.
Hey,
how are you?
My son.
Good.
Welcome aboard.
Yes. We're gonna bring just a little bit of life to this show this evening, because all three of y'all sound like y'all dragging. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off by really celebrating Ketel's birthday. Now, Ketel, how many licks did you get over on Wednesday? Did you get the paddle, the hand, or the tongue? Now, if you didn't give me the three of those, we're going to have to take care of that tonight.
Woo! I got all 3 of them.
Well, then you shouldn't be sitting down right now.
Oh, shit. Who said I am?
All right now. Redwine.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to need you to drink a glass of red wine before you start. And Poppa DD, I'm going to need you to pop a bid before you start.
Okay. I need a fresh one.
Well, thank you, Poppa DD Jr.
Yes. Now, so I just want to officially say, Ketel, happy birthday. May God continue to bless you. Stay beautiful inside and out.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Poppa DD Jr.
All right. All right. Well, look, let's pop some bottles. You're going to pop this bottle for Ketel. Here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Happy birthday, Ketel.
Thank you.
Wow.
Woo. All right.
All right, Poppa DD Jr.
Thank you.
We'll do better.
I just need to bring a little light to it for 1 second. Y'all can go back to your topic.
I know we were getting we were getting COVID out. Well, oh my Lord.
Man.
God, we were all.
Do I need to light a day or what?
You know what?
Right,
let me tell you. See, when I'm watching the news, when somebody says the variants and all that, I'll be like, oh, Lord, here we go.
Yeah, here we go again.
The variance level, and they start throwing out COVID number. Oh, that's really people are the COVID, the number variants.
Rough after a while.
I'm like, oh, Lord.
We're going to liven it up after this last story.
Yeah, I apologize. You're right.
All right. Thank y'all.
All right.
Y'all have a great evening now.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for calling.
Whew. I know, it's been rough.
What you got over there, Redwine?
Oh, well, this one isn't any lighter, but this is an odd one, though. This is out of Wisconsin. A Wisconsin judge on Wednesday this week found probable cause to charge an officer in a 2016 slaying of a black man who was sitting in a parked car taking, the man was actually asleep, and the cop ended up shooting and killing the brother. Turns out the cop was black. Now, when I first heard this story back when it happened, I just thought it was a white cop.
Right.
This cop was black. So what had happened was his family decided, like, we're not just going to accept the ruling that the cop was not in error in this, and it should be scot-free.
Right.
So they invoked, trying to find what it's called, a John Doe clause, which I had never even heard of, and basically got the case reopened or something, re-looked at, and got a judge to basically go back and look at this thing again. So the guy who's, the cop's name is Mensah, 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 who is black. He discovered 25-year-old Anderson sleeping in his car at 3 a.m. in a park in a Milwaukee suburb. Mensah said that he shot Anderson after Anderson reached for a gun, but Anderson's family disputed it and told the judge that the evidence did not back up Mensah's version of, what he says happened. So Anderson actually was the second of 3 people that this cop shot to death during just a 5-year period. So, and he was cleared of wrongdoing every time.
Wow.
So Anderson's family went to the judge, Yamahiro, to review the case under this obscure state law that allows judges to directly question the witness. And it's called a John Doe proceeding.
Wow.
I never heard of that, but they don't have it in all states, but it's in Wisconsin.
Right.
So under this John Doe proceeding, if the judge finds sufficient evidence for the charges, he can file them directly. I'm like, what? The judge can do this?
Wow.
So that's what they ended up doing. And the judge said that cop was in the wrong. So now they're getting ready to file charges. They told the prosecutor to file the charges within 60 days. So we're going to see what happens. Because basically the judge was saying that the cop did not have to shoot and kill this man.
Right.
Because he's saying if the man was asleep in his car And you're saying that you walked up on him, potentially startled him and woke him up. How did he, like, that quickly wake up, grab a gun, point a gun at you,
right,
and all of this? And they're saying, no, the judge said, this doesn't even sound right. This isn't making sense. You could have de-escalated the situation.
Exactly.
You could have walked away, called for backup. If the man was asleep in the car, why'd you have to roll up on him?
right.
You could have done several other things. You chose to confront the man and ended up killing the man. So the judge said, no, something ain't right.
He shot the guy in the head or chest or something?
I don't know exactly where he shot him, but he killed him.
Him sitting in a car, that's strange.
He killed him.
Wow. Shot him in the main artery or something.
So now the judge said that the prosecutor that was brought in to deal with this case has 60 days to file the charges against this cop. And like I said, he killed 2 other people. So, I mean, I know cops, you know, they do these things, but you killed
he must have
3
some
people
strong
within
defense,
5 years?
You know, because the union, they usually back, you know, the cops and stuff like that. It's just
I guess it's not going to get them off the
And how many people do you really kill in your lifetime? I mean,
exactly. How you managed to kill 3 people in just 5 years?
in your lifetime, I mean, what the
and
hell?
you're not being charged at all.
Yeah.
Because you're a cop. See, that's a whole nother subject.
It's ridiculous that they get away with that stuff.
Well, if you guys got any questions or comments, hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Press 1 to get in the queue. All right.
We're going to take a quick break and do some birthday shots for Ketel.
Hey!
And we coming back with the Hit It and Quit It headlines on the Pajama Party Show. Let's go.
Hi, this is Poppa DD. If you haven't heard of the Pajama Party, you're missing out. We got hot topics, Hit It and Quit It headlines, what's poppin' with me, weird news, I'm Just Saying with Redwine, Living for the City again with me, the Hollywood wrap-up with Ketel, the cocktail of the week, the world's famous kiss it list, and of course, the last word. We serve it up each week on the Pajama Party Show, and nobody does it like us. You can call us each week live on Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time at 914-803-4306 or listen at www.apajamaparty.com and also follow us on Twitter at apajamaparty.
Hi, welcome back to the Pajama Party. One of the hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir. You all right over there? I ain't messing with y'all.
Are you in France or Italy?
I had to remember where I was. Bonsoir.
Or what country or where you are specifically?
I was traveling.
You're at the Pajama Party.
Yeah, I was traveling.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Bonsoir, everybody. Welcome back to the Pajama Party Show.
You sure?
Okay.
You sure?
No more shots.
Shot.
No more shots.
You got the story there, Redwine.
Oh, okay. It's time to hit them and quit them.
Mm-hmm. Trying to earn your money, honey.
Oh,
Lord.
That's not how I... Okay, anyway. I got this crazy one out of Chicago. This is the owner of a new restaurant in Chicago's predominantly white Lincoln Park neighborhood says that his business is being harassed by the neighbors, police, and the city staff because it attracts too many black folks. That's what the brother said. It's a black-owned business.
That's crazy.
Now, the guy who owns the business, his name is Rashad Bailey. He's the owner of Dinner and a Movie. It's on the city's north side. And he says that phony 911 calls from neighbors keep leading to visits by police, as well as representatives from the city's Department of Business Affairs and Consumer Protection.
Wow.
Now, he said all of this started as soon as he opened the restaurant in late April, that this stuff's been going on. So this is his quote. He says, for the neighbors, I feel like it's too many black people, but they can't say that when they call the police, so they got to come up with some reason to call the police. So they say there is something illegal going on, and that's what he says the neighbors are saying when they call the police. So he says that they call the cops and say there's some illegal activity going on, or it's too loud, or, they come up with different reasons to call the cops. And the cops will come and, harass him, harass the clientele, etc. So the neighbors, he says that they call the police and say that they're fighting, there's assault and battery going on, and he says they're all a bunch of made-up calls. He said that there was a shooting one time, but other than that, everything else has been cool. But they just keep on, doing this stuff, and he's tired of it. So police ordered the restaurant to be temporarily shut down after a shooting that happened last month when somebody fired 17 bullets at the building during a situation that had spilled outside after closing. Now, when the people were just out lingering, he called the police and tried to get them to just send one car to help disperse the crowd, clear the area. Just send one car is what he requested. He said he waited for at least 30 minutes. Nobody showed. And then about 30 later, after 30 minutes, like 7 or 8 cops show up. And now they're trying to arrest people and do all this other stuff. And they making excuses about what took so long. And he said he's just tired of the whole thing.
And where is this?
This is on the north side of Chicago. It's a restaurant called Dinner and a Movie. So, they shut him down because they're claiming that he keeps getting all these calls and, police reports. And that's all a bunch of crap. I feel bad for the brother. He said, I'm just trying to run a business. But in this predominantly white area, all these black people come to his restaurant, and he says that's what's freaking all these white folks out.
I'm sorry, where was it again?
This is on the north side in Chicago, Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park is a predominantly white neighborhood.
Wow.
And he went and opened his black-owned business up there with the good folks of Lincoln Park.
They didn't want him there from the start.
No.
I bet you if you go back and look at some records, they probably try to stop his license, this, that. They probably tried to do a lot.
Oh, they probably tried it.
Yeah.
But he got it open. Or even they said, let him go ahead and do it. We're going to make him waste his money and waste his time.
Right. We're going to shut him down somehow. What we do.
Predominantly white as far as the white people are concerned. That is predominantly white neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Well, I think that, the one thing I learned in the job market is the one thing I've learned with white people, I learned to dabble with brilliance and baffle with bullshit. The one thing you can do to manipulate white folks is to play into their crap. I would offer them motherfuckers a free meal every Wednesday. Every Wednesday I say free dinner.
For white
free
people?
Dinner. Well, not so much for white people.
That's for the neighborhood.
Free dinner and such and such, such and such. And you would say neighborhood people take preference on the free dinners, with ID kind of thing. Find something that's going to nestle them into their own web. You know what I mean? It's something else when a spider. No, I'm not. No.
You're not being nice.
I agree with you.
I'm talking about Wait a minute.
Trying to run a business.
Y'all know damn well I ain't hardly being nice.
Because a business is a business. A business is there to make money.
I ain't hardly being nice to these cracker-ass crackers.
No. Cracker-ass crackers.
Okay.
Don't think that for a minute. What I'm saying is for you to manipulate them and draw them into their own web.
Okay.
Okay, if you're the spider with the big ass mouth, you need something to draw people to your web. And it's just like when I used to work for racist people, when I was in the job market working for racist bosses. If he was a fat bastard, a white fat bastard, I'd bring him a damn hoagie every day. Hey, Luke, my man, look, I brought you a hoagie up from Philly.
He getting fatter.
How you doing? He getting fatter. His diabetes is raising. His fucking all his shit. His what do you call that shit with your heart? Your cholesterol was off the chain. I was killing that motherfucker.
Killing him slowly, huh?
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, let me get into this next story.
Okay.
Finally, something good to hear. Denzel Washington Family Foundation commits $1 million to Texas HBCU. Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Denzel Washington recently announced the Denzel Washington Family Foundation. I like that. Family Foundation has made the fourth $100,000 installment toward $1 million commitment to Wiley College. Wiley College was founded in 1873, historically black college in Marshall, Texas. It's home of the Great Debaters, a team popularized in 2007 film of the same name.
Oh, yeah.
He facilitated interracial collegiate debates during the segregation Jim Crow era that drew large crowds. Supporting the next generation of brilliant minds in the art of debate at Wiley College will open so many doors of opportunity for those students during college career and beyond. This is what Denzel says. This is located 150 miles outside of Dallas. It was named in honor of the Bishop Isaac William Wiley. He was a minister, medical missionary, and educator. His motto was "Go forth inspired." Denzel Washington has inspired not only as a two-time Oscar winner and box office giant, but as a philanthropist. That's what I'm trying to say. Long-time spokesperson for the Boys Girls Club, yes he was. He established the Denzel Washington Endowed Chair in Theater with a $2 million gift to his alma mater, the Fordham University, in 2011. Oh. He and his wife have also given scholarships to train medical students as well. The Wiley donation will be used to recruit debate team members and provide them with scholarships. After an initial $1 million commitment in 2007, Washington's Family Foundation has donated $100,000 annually for the next 10 years.
Wow.
By the debate team and so on. Yep.
Very good. Go on, Mr. Washington and Mrs. Washington and family.
Yeah. You don't hear too much about what he does, but he does a lot behind the scenes.
Yeah, I didn't know he was doing all that.
Yeah, I mean, got to have his, send his money somewhere to write it off. All that money he's getting,
True.
Yeah. All right, that's cool. All right, appreciate that. All right, what you going to hit in quick, Poppa DD?
I got, let's see here. 10 Nigerian Olympics was disqualified because authorities dropped the ball.
Oh, boy.
Okay, that's the title of this. But 10 Nigerian athletes got sent home. They was already in Tokyo.
Damn.
Sent home from the Tokyo Olympics after the authorities dropped the ball and failed to administer enough drug tests. It was revealed on Wednesday. The Athletes Integrity Unit, which is the AIU, ruled that the competitors, all of whom have already traveled to Japan, will be unable to take part in the games because of non-compliance with out-of-competition drug test requirements. All right, 10 athletes from 5 countries, Belarus, Ethiopia, Kenya, Morocco, and Ukraine, have also been ruled ineligible for competition. All right, the AIU said that in the lead up to major sports events, athletes from countries deemed to have the highest doping risks must undergo at least 3 no-notice out-of-competition tests, which means a random test, more or less, across a span of 3 weeks and the 10 months leading up to the event. So they just tracking their asses. Anyway, the anti-doping framework is known as Rule 15. Okay, Nigeria is the most effective country not meeting the minimum testing requirements under Rule 15 for 10 athletes. The AIU said that Nigeria was included in Category A at the start of 2020 following a continued period of weak domestic testing levels. The bottom line is that Nigeria Federation just dropped the ball and didn't test those kids according to the BBC Sports. So they just kind of left them hanging or didn't take care of them. One thing about athletes just waiting to be tested.
Right.
You say piss, they're going to pull their Johnson out and piss in the bottle. But if you hold them back and time goes by and they flew over to Japan and ain't been tested and,
Yeah, because who's keeping track of all those tests?
Yeah.
They're focusing on their training and everything that they need to do. Ain't nobody thinking about all these tests until you call them and say, hey, we need you to come over here and get this test done. It's like, how do you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's messed up.
The AFN, which is the African Federation Nation, is taking full responsibility for the ejection of their athletes. Since all of our athletes reside in Nigeria and who qualify for the Olympics Games completed the 3 mandatory tests. Most of our top athletes reside in the U.S., also completing their tests. However, a few athletes in the American collegiate system were tested, but those tests were deemed not to have complied with the WADA, which is the World Anti-Doping Agency. So, as far as I was concerned, they felt like they didn't go through the right channels and all. And I mean, it's really sad for you not to be in. And them guys, Nigeria and all them, when it comes to distance running and all that, they're shoo-in.
Yeah, that's their thing.
They're shoo-in. So this whole thing with the young lady, what's her name, Richardson, not being in, there's a lot of dynamics that's been changed in this whole Olympics. And, the what do you call it, the AI, OIC?
What is that thing, IOC?
IOC. It's all strategy. They're sitting over there on a big board, and they're saying, what's the advantage and disadvantage of not bringing the sister over that didn't qualify because of the marijuana test, and how can we bring another country in stronger to get them better in the game? It's almost like I don't know. It's deep. It's really deep. The Olympic Commission is just like a big old hustle. They worse than the NCAA.
Yeah,
NCAA is the same way with the March Madness and all this. You know what I mean? They're just jockeying. Wherever the money is, wherever the prestige is, wherever the privilege is. This is a mess, man. They're worse than the Royals in England, It's crazy.
I don't like it.
Anyway, it's deep.
Seems like there's some manipulation going on.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, well, speaking of the Olympics, I didn't get the latest medal count. Well, we'll check on that probably by the end of the Olympics. They got, another week to go, I guess? But anyway.
Yeah, another week.
I was thinking about how much do the Olympic athletes make when they get these medals. So I was looking this up, and it's interesting that different countries, and I'm assuming this is based on that country's currency, but they some countries pay out some serious money based on the gold, silver, and bronze medals. And shout out to the Philippines. The Philippines won their very first ever medal in anything in this Olympics. They got a gold medal in weightlifting. Yeah, that was their first ever gold medal, it says. I don't know if they ever got a silver or bronze, but it was their first ever gold medal. So shout out to them. And the person, Diaz, who got the gold medal, it says reportedly they're going to get 33 million Philippine pesos, which is roughly $600,000 in American currency.
Wow.
That's from the Philippine Sports Commission. So that's how much money that person is getting. But then when you start looking at the table for the different countries, Singapore, and these are done based on the highest to the lowest, Singapore, for the gold medal, gets $737,000. The silver is $369,000. Bronze is $184,000. Then it drops down to $250,000 for Kazakhstan on the gold. I'll just talk about the gold. Malaysia gets $236,000. Italy $213,000. Philippines $200,000. Hungary $168,000. Brazil drops down to $49,000, Japan $45,000, and the USA $37,500. Now I'm like, with all the money that we just literally piss away in this country, and all the emphasis that this country puts on the Olympic Games, you would think that they would give more money to these athletes. But they're giving them for a gold medal $37,500. For the silver is $22,500, and the bronze is $15,000.
Who's giving it to them? The government, or?
I'm not sure who gives it to them, but that's what they get. And the lowest one is that was pulled in this particular list was Australia. They get $15,000 for a gold medal. So The Olympic and the Paralympic Committee, they give $37,500 for every gold medal won, $22,500 for the silver, and $15,000 for the bronze. And, of course, you know, the athletes sometimes get other money from endorsements and things like that. Mm-hmm. Some countries give their athletes health insurance and medical care and stuff like that, depending on the country.
Give me the coins, baby.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's a small number that'll probably end up with some major multi-million-dollar endorsements. People like Naomi Osaka. Mm-hmm. Who's another one?
One of just.
What's a swimmer who now retired? The guy. He has a beard now. I can't think of his name. Michael Phelps. Him. People like those folks, they end up getting like big money endorsements.
True.
But that's like every kid who dreams of going to the NBA or the NFL.
Right.
Only a select few are going to get chosen. Right. Everybody else will just have their dream.
Right. Simone Biles, too.
Yeah, Simone. Yeah, that's another one. So,
right.
All right.
Popeyes wants to end the chicken wars.
Uh-oh.
After selling out of their wildly popular chicken sandwich 2 years ago, sparking a playful feud with their competitors, Popeyes is rolling out another release that's sure to have its fans lining up for a taste. Hopefully.
No, thank you.
The fast food chain added chicken nuggets. The new menu item, which was first announced earlier this month, is now available in the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico. To promote the new nuggets, Popeyes is introducing the We Come in Peace 8-piece donation campaign.
Donation?
So the chain is purchasing the cash equivalent of 1 million nuggets from competitors like McDonald's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, and Burger King through the Popeyes Foundation, and donating to Second Harvest Food Bank of Greater New Orleans and Arcadian. Customers can also join in with Popeyes pledging to match up to $25,000 in donations from the Popeyes Foundation. So I guess if you buy the nuggets, you know, they'll give so much up to $25,000.
I'm confused. I don't understand the campaign.
The launch of our chicken sandwich was incredible, and we're humbled by the amount of love and positive reviews. But at the same time, many claim that it started the chicken wars. This is the chief marketing, Bruno Cardenia, says. Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. What if you purchase? I don't understand. The chain is purchasing the cash equivalent of 1 million nuggets from the competitors. So you're going to offer at Popeyes, McDonald's, Wendy's, and Chick-fil-A and Burger King nuggets? That doesn't make sense.
I don't think they're doing that. It sounds like they're
monetary. The money?
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
It's going to be interesting to see.
Well,
has anybody seen the campaign?
I just think that you guys, for a minute, and I
it's high as hell. Going on what he saying.
He's gonna break down the chicken wars.
I'm being very serious.
Come on.
Tell us about the chicken wars.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about, what did I say earlier about the perception of what you do?
Okay.
We talked about the story in Chicago with the gentleman in the white neighborhood.
Let's get back to the nuggets there.
Okay. No. Now, what did Popeyes do just to quiet down everybody else? They said, all right, we're going to buy your nuggets, and they dazzle them with brilliance and baffle them with bullshit.
Okay.
And if the brother would have... if the brother that was in north side of Chicago would have came up with some type of plan that benefited that neighborhood, he could have quieted those ignorant white folks down just like that. And this is what Popeyes is doing. They're saying, we're going to go to McDonald's and Burger King and everybody and spread the love. You know Popeyes don't give a shit about Burger King or McDonald's, okay? They're like, please, eat my shorts. We from New Orleans, yada, yada, yada. But like I said, do you see the comparison a little bit of what I'm saying? Think about it. The brother in Chicago should do what Popeyes is doing with them other fast food restaurants, just to patronize
their ass. Maybe listen to our show and he'll take heed. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like a plan.
You gotta, your adversaries What they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer?
There it is.
Shit,
Okay.
don't play them white folks off. You in their neighborhood. Or what they call their neighborhood.
Give us our last hit and quit, Pop.
What's
Anyway.
your last hit and quit?
I still got to work. What the?
Oh, you thought you had a break?
Let's see here. Trump supporters going door to door in Pennsylvania demanding to know which candidate voters are backed. What the hell? Are you serious? Boy, he got.
Never mind.
Trump had some flunkies. He had some do-do-do-do.
Are they hypnotized?
My favorite
What?
Martian. Any other cult
Yeah, I think you're
All
right.
right, Donald Trump supporters are calling themselves an election integrity committee. They're going door to door in Pennsylvania demanding to know whom residents voted for in the November election. Now, man, if somebody comes to my door and asks me some shit like that, I'm going to hit that button that says trap door. You know, you're in somebody's office, they hit a trap door button and your ass go to the basement. Anyway, okay, this is York County. York County, you know, York, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, York County, right up there. That's right in the midst of York, Pennsylvania is right there at the tip of Maryland and all that jazz, up there by Harrisburg and
They must be on that mess.
and all that. Anyway, York County President Commissioner, her name is Julie Wheeler. She's taking meat in the back from Trump, obviously. She's a Republican. She said that she's received numerous calls about alleged voters intimidated by members of the so-called committee and has referred the matter to law enforcement. Okay?
Good.
The York Dispatcher reported Thursday that Wheeler added that the committee has no affiliation with this county at all. They popped out of nowhere. They're getting out of cars. We don't even know who they are, she said. Who are these people? And they're infiltrating our state. Okay, county officials are currently weighing in whether they're complying with the forensic audits of the 2020 election spreadsheet by the GOP state senator Doug Mastriano, based on the former president's false claims for widespread fraud. So there's a guy in Pennsylvania, this guy named Senator Doug Mastriano. He's the one spreading all the bullshit. Anyway, Chad Baker, who's the chair of the Democratic Party of York County, said the members of the Election Integrity Committee appear to be targeting Democrats. So there are intimidating factors, and that what their intent is, Baker said, is the timing of this doesn't seem suspect given the recent request of the audit by Senator Mastori. He's doing the audit. It's a mess, anyway. The private firm conducting a partisan audit of election results in Arizona reportedly planned to use similar door-to-door tactics in Arizona also to find out just who people voted for in November. I mean, Trump done lost his damn mind. This is just crazy.
Oh, these people have lost their mind.
Well, they're his mummies.
How you going to just get together and call yourself a committee and go knocking on doors and
They're his
asking
mummies.
people?
Is Pennsylvania a real state?
That's a good question. I don't know.
He lost it. He lost it to Biden.
So
this time.
they're going to go there first.
They were trying to overturn it. You know, they were trying to. He's trying to. Every place he lost, he's trying. Right. He's the ones that he knows he needs to win. They got Ohio in the bank. They got different ones, Florida in the bank. But
Southern states, they probably got them in the bank too.
It is something really wrong with these folks. Seriously.
Yeah, they want to win the stuff hands down next time. They trying to cover all the
But the way they were trying
bases.
to win it though, they just cheating.
By using all, but these people are just being used. Poor people wake up and he just got Trump. You know, I tell you what, one thing with me, I don't want people hanging on my jockstrap like that. I don't give a damn how famous I am, how good I am, whether I'm a good actor, good singer, good ball player, whatever. Please don't jump in my jockstrap like that. Love me, but don't fucking overdo the shit. You know, but Trump wants him to just bear hug his ass and work for me. Take your ass out there and slave for me. He's a mess.
Well, this is what happens when people try to deify somebody. Trump is not anybody's God. Stop putting people on a pedestal and treating them like they are something that fell from heaven.
Well, white folks
he is a flawed man, just like the rest of people out here. We're all flawed.
White folks have been in search for the great white hope for a long time. And when Barack and Michelle came in there for 8 years, they didn't know what the hell to do. They were under the carpet. But as soon they came up like the cicadas and shit. You know, as soon as Barack left, the cicadas came in. And when Trump came in talking all that, we are the shit kind of stuff, they loved it. Trailer Park,
get rid of them since.
Unite, you know, so
Yeah.
here it is.
I think
Anyway.
we could all use a good cocktail after that.
Yeah, we're going to take a break.
Now, Ketel said she was ready.
Oh, you ready?
Give us the cocktail of the week.
Cocktail of the week? Okay.
Yeah, we need one.
We're going to do the cocktail and then we'll take a break.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
It's called the Rosemary Grapefruit Refresher.
All right now.
2 to 3 ounces. I prefer 3. Gin or vodka. I prefer vodka. 3 ounces of grapefruit juice. 1 teaspoon of rosemary simple syrup. Everybody should know how to make simple syrup by now, but I can tell you. 1 can of club soda and 2 to 3 rosemary sprigs for garnish. The simple syrup, everybody knows how to make simple syrup. You know, just water and sugar and, you know, dissolve it, you know, on the burner. Probably less than a couple of minutes, making a simple syrup. Okay, so we're going to put those things together. The rosemary simple syrup is 1 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, and a quarter cup of rosemary sprigs or stem.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So that makes one cocktail. So that's it.
Okay. So is this a shaken, stirred?
It's stirred.
Oh, okay. So I get to use my bar spoon for that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's it called again?
It's called the Rosemary Grapefruit Refresher.
Okay, I like it.
Or if you prefer to shake, you can shake. You like to shake?
I like to shake it.
Shake, shake, shake.
Shake it up.
Shake your booty.
Hey.
And then what Casey and the Sunshine Band used to say?
Sure did. Shake it on down.
But it looks very refreshing. I mean, it's still warm outside, so it's a nice, refreshing drink. I'm not a grapefruit gal, but I might try it. Poppa DD.
I like grapefruit.
Yeah, he's more grapefruit, and I'm not. But he may like it.
Oh, I would definitely do that one.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Ketel. The cocktail of the week. You can check it out on our website. Probably over the weekend it should be posted on apajamaparty.com. Don't forget the apajamaparty.com. Brought to you by DC Homegrown Entertainment. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're coming back with Poppa DD. He's going to tell us what's popping on the Pajama Party Show.
I am Ketel from the original Pajama Party. If you haven't heard Pajama Party Show, you've missed out. We've got hot topics, hidden and quitted headlines, what's popping with Poppa DD, our weird news, I'm Just Saying with Redwine, Living for the City with Poppa DD, my Hollywood wrap-up, of course, the cocktail of the week, and the world-famous Ketel list. And, of course, we can't forget the last word. We serve it up each week on the Pajama Party Show, and nobody does it like us. You can call us each week live on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, 914-803-4306, or listen live at www.apajamaparty.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at apajamaparty.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. One of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling.
Oh, right.
All right over there?
Right.
Woo! And these break shots are working on me. Woo! Shot. All right, it's time for Poppa DD. And what's popping?
Whoa.
What's popping, Poppa DD?
I tell you what, there's so much going on out there today. You know, I tell you, the world is it is actually a total reference point of whatever it is you want to discuss. I mean, to open up a podcast is so easy today because the material flows like butter. It's crazy. I mean, I ride the train. I see a bunch of Karens, you know. Karens are white folks that's always in black folks' business, or people that you see that they are so white and so privileged. And I'm not picking on white folks, or maybe I am, but I don't give a shit either way. I'm going to speak on it. But what I'm saying is that, this is 2021, and we've gone through the whole COVID situation and everything else we've dealt with. People in the California area dealing with major fires. Just last night in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, and all up in the area of they had tornadoes and things like that. But it seemed like white folks doing the same shit. You know what I mean? Acting the same old ignorant ass way no matter what's going on in the world. Because you know what? As a child, when you grow up, if you don't learn to say when when you got a badass child that just keep doing badass stuff, as much as you don't want to, years ago, you had to take your belt off and eventually whoop their ass. And you still love them, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking DIFAS or anything, Division of Youth and Family Services, or nothing like that, don't get me wrong. But after a while, they need their ass whooped just to neutralize their ass, just to slow them down, to let them know that there's a higher power right there underneath that same damn roof. But white folks never experienced that. They never experienced anybody telling them what to do. Got time out, my ass. Man, if I got time out instead of getting my ass whooped when I was younger, and I was born in the 50s, the end of the 50s, but the 50s no less. If I got time out instead of getting my ass whooped, I'd been fucked up by now because I would have thought I'd been able to do anything. And as a black man, I know that's totally wrong. But anyway, make a long story short and getting to my point here, I ride a train and I see a couple white girls that's born in complete privilege. These girls get on the train and they all got their little spandex on, their little Pilates shit with no drawers, trying to make their ass look fatter than it is. And they get on there, they trying to be all fashionable, they break out their laptops and all their shit, and it's their world, sit where they want to sit, throw their feet up. Don't let them be going to Boston or somewhere 4 or 5 hours away. They'll build a camp on that motherfucking seat. They'll put their feet up, they'll throw a cushion over top of it, they'll put a cover over their head and put some clothespins on the luggage rack and make a damn cocoon. This is how privileged these motherfuckers think they are. And you'll walk by on a train going to the cafe car looking at a motherfucker who's literally holding camp in the seat. They done took 2 seats. Now, on Amtrak, you pay for 1 seat. 1 ass, 1 seat, 1 ticket. These jokers do what they want to do because nobody ever told them not to do. Gets me to the point of what I'm saying about Trump. Trump came along and said, go ahead and do your thing. But all these people involved in the insurrection is going to trial and going to jail. But Trump is in Mar-a-Lago not giving a shit about none of them. All these people represented you, but they're getting 8 months. One guy got 8 months in prison, 2 years probation, all that. But Trump ain't there to help you. You can't pardon your ass. He's out. He's not a president no more. So when you going to wake up and know that the person that you was praising is in Mar-a-Lago swimming in money, his CFO is going to trial soon. Everybody around Trump is falling except Trump. Wake up, white people. Y'all are so fucking stupid. Wake the fuck up. That's all I got to say. I know I'll get assassinated tomorrow walking out the fucking door.
He done dropped the mic. And
we got you. We got you, man.
Hey, Papa.
I'm just saying.
I know that's right.
I'm just saying.
I know. It's a lot.
I'm just saying. That man does not have your back. Not for a minute. He in Mar-a-Lago living the good life.
Life of Riley,
don't give a fuck about nobody but him.
Life of Riley.
You got any calls or comments? You want to, comment on what I said? If you're white and you want to chew me out?
Oh, you want to talk shit with either one of us? Poppa DD. Look, I put on Poppa DD.
That's right.
Call us up. Tell us how you feel. We're liberal. We're open. Tell me how you feel. If you're black and you love white folks, you're married to a white woman, you want to call up, tell me what's up, let me know. Speak to me.
Speak up.
Anyway.
All right.
Where we at?
Well, we're at the point of lightening it up.
I
dropped the mic twice.
Yes, I got the first one.
All right, we're going to lighten it up and give you some weird news this week.
Right.
And it's weird as always.
I mean, Poppa DD got a good point. I mean, hey, let some white people calling in. Let's get y'all point of view.
Yeah, I would love that.
No, tell us why you so crazy.
Right, this is from my perspective, so I mean, it is what it is. All right, let's see if there's some white people involved here. It's weird news. Epic battle between hundreds of monkeys that stopped traffic in Thailand. A massive monkey brawl broke out on the streets of Lubori, Thailand, stopping traffic on a major road. Thousands of monkeys live around the nearby Farrakhan shrine, and the occasional skirmish occurs, but one onlooker said he had never seen so many monkeys wrestling with each other before, which he likened to a gangster fight to a movie.
Wow.
His quote is, as a result of this incident, several monkeys were injured. There was blood on the road surface, and not until the leader of the losing side resigned himself, they did not retreat, the eyewitness added. However, this is not the first time it has happened. 2020, two gangs of monkeys. Two gangs? What the hell? Two gangs of monkeys were embroiled in a fight in the same city, and video started serious conversations about taking care of animals during the pandemic. Many had argued that tourism changed the behavior of these monkeys, as they are now expected to receive food from humans.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So they out there brawling like West Side Story.
Well, they've been strapped down as long as we have, I guess.
Ooh-wee.
I don't know. So I guess they started going crazy too. Shit, I don't know.
And those monkeys were like, I will kick your monkey tail right here in the street. And that other group said, bring it.
Right. They ain't saying about no food or nothing like that. They just said
they were just battling. You said there was blood in the street?
Yeah. That's some stuff, yeah.
That's some serious monkey fight.
It sure is.
Well, this one is, I'm not going to say it's crazy, but it just makes me wonder, like, is he serious? Mm-hmm. Now, this is a 37-year-old man woke up last year thinking he was 16.
Wow.
Now, this guy he was a hearing specialist from Texas. Mm-hmm. They said he woke up one morning last July thinking he was 16 years old and still in high school.
Wow.
He didn't recognize his wife, who was in bed with him. Mm-hmm. He didn't recognize his daughter. He didn't recognize what he called the old fat man in the mirror. This guy, his name is Daniel Porter. He said he didn't remember anything that had happened over the last 20 years. He just woke up one morning and had no idea who he was or where he was. His wife said she could look at him and tell he looked confused. He didn't even recognize the room he was in. Wow. And she said she could tell he was looking for an escape, trying to figure out, like, how do I get out of here? So doctors originally diagnosed him with transient global amnesia, which is a sudden temporary interruption of short-term memory. And they said, he'll be back to his old self within about 24 hours.
Right.
But now it's been a year as of this month, and he still has no recollection of the past 20 years. He still thinks he's 16 years old.
Wow.
And he's still trying to adjust. I guess he's taking her word that she is his wife and that this girl is his daughter.
Wow.
He didn't even recognize their pets, the house, nothing.
Jesus, that's a lot.
And on top of that, with him being a hearing specialist, he had no memory of going to school for that. He had to quit his job.
Wow.
I mean, he's still in his head. He's a 16-year-old.
So what happened?
The doctor gave him the diagnosis of transient global amnesia, but they said it would only last 24 hours, and now it's been a year.
Have some kind of trauma? Did he fall?
No, something? He just woke up like that.
Wow.
So his wife has been driving him around to the neighborhood, trying to, thinking they'll bring something back, reintroducing him to the friends that they had.
Wow.
But he's become a whole different person.
Wow.
He likes different foods. He likes different things to do. Everything about him is different.
But he acts 16.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe the sex life will crank up.
I don't even know, unless he was, active before that age.
You're right to say, Poppa DD, and hormones range around that time?
Yeah.
That's some crazy stuff.
Now, that would be a good follow-up if you hear that this sex life has really improved.
I mean, the man's only, 37?
Yeah.
She better watch herself. She going to end up with more children.
Watch yourself.
Hey, shake it fast.
Watch yourself.
All right.
Just here, a man attempting to cure constipation with an eel in his rectum.
Okay.
Yeah, and we all know what an eel is. This is a type of fish.
But it looks like a snake.
Like a snake, skinny as hell. It's about rectum. It's rectum size. After an attempt to cure his constipation by inserting a sizable live eel in his anus, a man from China.
It was alive.
He regretted, unfortunately, for both the eel and the anus alike. This is really not an isolated incident. Other people have done that. You know, the eel would just go work his way up in you, they think, and go up in your intestines and kind of, bite whatever food is trapped in your canals.
Oh, my gosh.
Because, constipation has to do with...
alive?
Yeah, the man had become constipated and disliked or wasn't aware of usually medical advice or relieving constipation, like maybe what was it?
Like normal people would?
Stool softener.
Yeah, like I said, like normal people would.
What else you take?
Duckalac.
You can use the enema sometimes.
Axlac.
Prune.
Remember Axlac back in the day?
Eat some prune.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell my age, but it was a chewing gum called Phenaments.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of Phenaments.
Yeah, so laxative,
Yeah.
You said Axlac.
Oh, Axlac. So
I'm saying just drink some prune.
I know, motherfucker. You know about Axlac. Unfortunately, his thing was to travel. His thing was he wanted the eel to travel up his rectum into his colon, but when it went in his colon, it bit a hole in his colon wall to end up in his abdomen.
Oh my God!
All right, so the man was in pain, but was too shy to go to the doctor to tell him what he did. The doctor said, "Why you just calling me out? Could have gave you some fucking Pepto-Bismol or something." But so he was too shy to go to the doctor, according to the Global Times. After a day, he finally gave in sort of medical help from a local hospital, where the doctors told him he could have lost his life. They kind of passed him up as far as Adam and everything. He went to a what's that called, a gastrologist who kind of
need to go
fixed
see
him up.
a psychologist.
But the man said he had no idea that that situation would be so traumatizing. He thought that being an eel is very lucrative in the size of his intestines, that he can go and unclog his intestines by way of his anus and clear them up. But who the hell even thinks like that?
God.
If I'm this, so you'll know going forward with me, if I don't give a shit if I'm constipated as hell, putting the eel up my ass would not be even
not the solution.
It wouldn't even be a thought process. It wouldn't even be a thought process. I wouldn't even go there.
Oh wow!
What are you gonna do? This
was in China.
China, yeah. Well, they
man with the eel.
They eating dog meat over there.
Man with the eel.
Oh, he eat cat food.
Oh,
they eating cat. They eating cat and dog and shit. And all that
see, there y'all go.
You know it's true.
Now walk make everything.
Is that eel with two E's or two L's?
Two E. E-E-L.
You don't get a third eel because he's stupid.
Oh, put him on the list.
I am.
Oh,
man
God.
with eel up ass.
Well, over there. Over there in some of them food districts, you'd be surprised what's hanging from the rafters in them restaurants. It'll blow your mind.
I know they eat a lot of unique things.
A lot of unique stuff. You're like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that?
Did they give the man's name?
No, I'm sure he didn't want to.
No, they didn't give his name.
I figured that.
He's from East China, province of Jingjungo.
He's probably still trying to live that one down.
He has renamed the song Rotor-Rooter.
There
Rooter.
Rotor-Rooter, baby. Troubleshooter.
Yellow Rooter.
Oh, wow. Okay, on that note, we're going to have to take a break.
Woo.
And we'll come back with I'm Just Saying on the Pajama Party Show. Please do not try this at home. Do not. For any reason. See a doctor. If you have a blockage, see your doctor. Don't try to eel. That's disgusting.
Get that in, X-Lax.
Oh, my gosh. Take a break.
This is the Pajama Party on Blog Talk Radio. The Pajama Party is produced by DC Homegrown Entertainment at www.dchomegrown.com. The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the Pajama Party Crew and you. So pick up the phone and dial 914-803-4306. That's 914-803-4306. And tell us what's on your mind. There's a big fluffy pillow reserved just for you at the Pajama Party. So call us now. And remember, it's PJs only, no clothes allowed. Pass it on. Log on to www.apajamaparty.com and click the Listen Live banner or call 914-803-4306. Now let's get back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party. Is it tea time, darling?
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Swat, darling.
All right, we're going to turn over to Redwine for her segment called I'm Just Saying.
Oh, thank you, Poppa DD. Merci beaucoup. Okay, tonight I'm just saying, what's the point of being banned? That's my topic. Now, if you've been watching the Olympics, you've probably seen the team that's called ROC, which is the Russian Olympic Committee. And they've been doing pretty good, too. But here's my question. What is the point of being banned if you're going to find a loophole to still do what you want to do anyway? Now, 2 years ago, the World Anti-Doping Agency, which Poppa DD was speaking of earlier, that's the WADA, they banned Russia from all international sporting competitions, which included the Olympics, and the ban was supposed to last for 4 years. And this was because of doping non-compliance. Now, this happened because of their inconsistencies in the data that was retrieved by the WADA back in January of 2019 from the Moscow lab, which was at the center of a report going back to 2016. So that's how long the doping issue had been going on. It started back in 2016. This uncovered widespread, sophisticated, state-sponsored sporting doping network. State-sponsored. So Russia, state-sponsored, right? Russia was behind all of this doping that was going on with the athletes. So the anti-doping organization banned Russia from participating, but yet there they are in Russia racking up medals. I'm just saying, what's the point of being banned if you're going to do it anyway? So even though Russia was cold busted for the doping scheme, they still wanted to play in the international ring. So they appealed the banning decision, and last year the Court of Arbitration for Sports cut the Russia ban in half and said, all right, you just get banned for 2 years. I still don't know how they pulled that one off. I'm guessing Putin probably could answer that question, but anyhow, the ban is supposed to now end December 16th of 2022. But this is July of 2021. So we shouldn't even see any Russians up there in the Olympics or any international competition, right? Raw, because they're all over the Olympics in Tokyo.
And they win it.
Racking up medals. So with the appeal, the Russian athletes were not allowed to compete under their country's name, flag, or national anthem. So that's why you see them with that little nondescript logo, and whenever they get up on the podium to get their medal, they play some kind of classical music, Tchaikovsky or Romanovsky or Bach or somebody. No, they ain't playing Stevie. And, they're playing classical music. But again, I'm just saying, what's the freaking point of being banned if you can still get a loophole and do what you want to do? Who cares about the flags and the anthems if you still get to show off all your athletic skills and ability to the world? Obviously, they don't. That's why they're up there racking up medals. And look at all the athletes that are not getting a shot at a medal because of Russian participation. It's not personal against the Russians. I don't know any Russians, so I'm not holding a personal grudge. But all I'm saying is that if your government participated in a widespread doping scheme to make their athletes stronger or faster by illegal means, they should be rightfully penalized. And for the IOC or the Court of Arbitration for Sport, to have given them that loophole and cut it into 2 years, both of those organizations should be ashamed of themselves because you fell for the okie doke. You let whoever intimidate you and make you feel like, oh, well, maybe 4 years was a little too harsh. We're just going to cut it back to 2. And we're going to let you go in and do it anyhow, but you can't wave your flag. Don't nobody give a damn about your flag. You still up there racking up medals, knocking other folk out that could have had a shot because y'all are in there and you shouldn't be because your ass was banned. And I'm getting tired of this bull crap. Banned should mean banned. If I ban you from my house, you best believe you will not cross my doorstep. I don't give a daggone what you appeal. Banned means banned. This is Redwine, and I'm just saying, they didn't bend the rules for Sha'Carri Richardson. They didn't bend the rules for those 10 Nigerians that they said you can't participate. Oh, but you bent the rules for the Russian, the ROC? You bent the rules for them? I'm putting the IOC and that other organization on the kiss it list. That's all I'm saying. Banned should mean banned. If you had a time period and it has not expired, we shouldn't even see your butt until that time expires. Now, I'm done.
Okay.
Well, Putin will poison your ass.
I ain't scared of Putin.
Yeah, he will. That motherfucker, he's crazy as shit.
Yeah.
You're right, Poppa DD.
Well, he haven't met crazy till you cross a black woman.
That's all I'm going to tell you on that
one. All right, okay.
Yeah.
You ain't seen crazy till you mess with a crazy black woman.
Oh, he crazy.
Putin will poison your ass. So
he doesn't know black crazy.
While you walking down the street,
he doesn't know black crazy.
You'll be dead.
He know Russian crazy, but he doesn't know black crazy.
Yeah, he's a nut.
Yeah, he can keep on being a nut. But banned should mean banned.
Right.
Now I'm done.
Okay.
Give it to you, Poppa D.
That was a good one. I didn't even know that was going on.
Yeah, it's some bull crap.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna ROC. Get the freak out of here.
But the ROC is winning, though. They winning gold medals.
Yeah, they are.
Money talks. Yes, walks, baby.
It is. All right, Poppa DD, living for the city. What's happening?
Well, I tell you what. You know, the one thing I want to say on the Olympics as well, and I'll keep it short, I just think that going forward for Americans, you know, we got to realize that, you know, the Olympics is a major entity. And I think that as we sit over here as Americans in the milk and honey world, especially the basketball players making all that money, and everybody making all that money, and they stop for a minute to go play in the Olympics, like they can take their big bellies and their out of shapeness and everything, as long as they're Americans, they can compete. And that's not the case. Because them people over there, they're hungry, man. They're hungry. When they all come together in an Olympic, you know, confines there, they're hungry. These people are completely hungry. And we got so much milk and honey. We don't realize how much milk and honey we have, you know? We're having our cake and we're eating it too. And we go over there and we see the way these people are fighting to get what they want to get. It's just, I mean, look at some of those bike races that those little bicycle, what they call them, the BMX or BMX bikes and the different little races or different situations. People working hard to win, just to win. Period. You know, the way the girl played Ledecky, the young lady from Australia. I don't know why they put them in the same back-to-back lanes next to each other. When the girl has been watching, you know, Ledecky for years, now that she's old enough to swim, and then they put them side by side. She played her. She acted like they were running close together, but then when it came to the end of the race, she ended up winning. You know, if she couldn't see Ledecky, then Ledecky could have had an easier chance. But as TV would have it, put them two in the same lane. Well, why would you put two speedsters next to each other in the water? One that's faster, that knows they're faster, can play the other person. And they didn't even see that. Didn't even see it. I mean, TV could be so smart, but yet so damn stupid at the same time. You know, and just the whole situation, you know, with the gymnasts, you know, and everybody involved. Just like your boy, Redwine, the tennis player.
Djokovic.
Djokovic is one of the best tennis players going, but he got smoked.
Wow.
I mean, he was winning the match, but then the other gentleman came back and came up and beat him. I mean, when it was over, that German was sweating his ass off, but he took him out. You know, because maybe Djokovic just had too much milk and honey. You know, you got to understand the difference between milk and honey and somebody that's hungry. There's a hell of a difference in life. With music, look at all these people that made their first album. You know, Stevie Wonder's early albums, Brothers Johnson's early album, Earth, Wind & Fire's early albums. They were hungry. The Beatles' early albums, they were hungry, and they did their best. Same with athletes. But America has gotten, you know, they think we're going to go over there and win. No, you're not. No, you're not going to win. You know, you're going to try to be impressive like the young lady, the gymnast. You know, what's her name? Simone Biles. She got over here and she started flipping, and she was out of her game. This girl flies through the air like the sand goes in a palm, flying through the air with the greatest of ease on the flying trapeze. You know, when she flew through the air and she fell off the mat, she said, "I ain't never done no shit like that before. What the fuck is going on?" The fact that everybody's been hyping me and stuff like that. The one thing I want to say, and I'll close it with this here, you have to watch your hype level. If you are running a brand or whatever you're doing out there, if you're doing something, watch just like the guy in Chicago, reference him again. Give them white folks in your neighborhood some shit. You didn't give them shit. You give them shit and they'll shut the fuck up. They really will. Because white folks will take a handout in a fucking minute.
I don't know.
They'll take, I know. Okay. They'll take a hand, make it free Wednesday for the neighborhood people. And get somebody to get behind it. They got money. Get a good rapper or good somebody behind it to sponsor that night, and throw about $20,000 to feed their asses. You know, give them some good old fattening shit that they pasta or something. You know. Anyway, but what I'm saying, to make a long story short, is that we have to start thinking as Americans. We need to go to the Olympics to compete, not to win, to compete like anybody else. Stop going over here thinking because you're a millionaire and you're with 20 other basketball players, you're good. Or you're with 20 other soccer players, that you're good. No, you're not. Them people coming from all these faraway countries, they're coming from the Netherlands, Germany, Greece, everywhere. And they are hungry. And that gold medal, silver, even a bronze medal looks good on them. You know, it's just God's will. You know? They just, you know, we're all God's children, despite how much money we got in the bank. So, in closing, I just say, look, America, take that shit down. The Olympics is 3 years away now. It waited 5, now it's only 3. So, come the next Olympics in 2024, go there with a different attitude. Leave all your ego and your fucking millions in America. When you take your ass to, where is it, Paris?
Is that where the next one
is? Yes, it is. Go to Paris to compete
hometown.
And to win. Yeah, Redwine with your fake me out ass French ass. Anyway. Anyway, I'm going to close on that, but just, America, please, be cool. Stand up.
All right, be cool. All right, we got you. Got the message. Chill out. Be cool.
Yeah.
I agree.
Bigger than all of us, man. The Olympics is national. Anyway.
Yeah. Because, you know, every time they say, oh, well, so-and-so is favored to win, I'm like, here we go.
Yeah, right.
And usually that's not the person that wins. But anyway, all right, we're going to take a quick break, and we're coming back with Ketel in the Hollywood Wrap-Up. She got the juice on the loose, ready to bust loose. We'll be back on the other side of the break.
You're in tune to the Late Night Adult Pajama Party right here on Blog Talk Radio. This is a production of DC Homegrown Entertainment. To share your opinion with the Pajama Party Crew, call us on 914-803-4306 and press 1. If you'd rather just listen in, you can still call us and listen on your phone, or you can listen online by going to our website, www.apajamaparty.com, and clicking the Listen banner in the top right corner. So join the conversation and let us know what you think about tonight's topics or whatever is on your mind. Okay, who turned the lights off? Call us now, 914-803-4306. Now back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. One of those Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling.
Okay.
It's time for Ketel in the Hollywood wrap-up.
Yeah, what's happening in Hollywood? Hollywood. Hollywood.
All right.
Let's see what's happening out here.
All right. A new series is coming to Fox. It's called Our Kind of People. Mm-hmm. And check this out. Tasha Smith, she's going to direct this series.
She's directing now?
She is directing now.
Okay.
The premiere is on a Tuesday, September the 21st. And Lee Daniels has his hand in this. Yaya DeCostas, she's an actress. She has done quite a bit. She's done Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, and Chicago PD.
Yeah, I like her.
She's done The Simpsons. She did the Whitney Houston movie. Okay. I know I had seen her face before.
She's one of the nurses on Chicago Med.
Okay. All right.
She was dating that Asian guy at one point, if you watch Chicago Med.
Oh, really? That's my show. Of course I do.
Of course. And she was in, he pulled her from, well, she was in The Butler also, Lee Daniels, The Butler.
Yeah.
But she did play Whitney Houston. I do remember now. Okay.
Did she really?
That was her?
That was her.
Oh, wow.
So she's in this new drama, Our Kind of People. It's inspired by Lawrence Otis Graham. It's a book of our kind of people inside America's black upper class.
Oh.
The series is written by Geist, takes place in the aspirational world of Oak Bluffs on Martha's Vineyard, historical stronghold where the rich and powerful black elite have come to play for more than 50 years. So it follows Angela Vaughn, that's DeCostas, as she sets out to reclaim her family's name and make an impact on her hair care line that highlights the innate and natural beauty of black women. But she soon discovers a dark secret. After her mother's pass that will turn her world upside down and shake the community forever. All right now, that's on September the 21st.
Okay, and it's called what now? People Like Us?
Our Kind of People.
Oh, Our Kind of People.
Our Kind of People. Also, Whoopi Goldberg has joined the cast of the new movie Till, Emmett Till story. Till's an upcoming Orion Pictures historical drama that will follow Till's mother, Mamie Till Mobley, and her fight for justice following her son's brutal murder at the hands of a white mob when he was 14 years old. Everybody knows that story. It will chronicle the events leading up to Till Moble's decision to hold an open casket funeral for Till, which aided in sparking the civil rights movement by sharing the horrors of racism. Whoopi goes on to say, she says, "We have waited a very long time to bring this historically necessary, important film to people. And as we watch the repression of American history when it comes to people of color, it makes it even that more important."
Okay, now
that's right. Whoopi has spoken. That's what I think.
Here it is.
Whoop, whoop. Okay. My boyfriend, he ain't got a new girlfriend here. After being pictured side by side with his Mission Impossible co-star Haley Atwell at the Wimbledon Women's Final, at the tennis court, many more convinced that Tom Cruise has a new girlfriend. Tom and Haley stole the spotlight as they were pictured at the event smiling happily with the camera. Since working together on set, Tom is said to have grown very close to his co-star. I bet. So in September 2019, it was announced that Haley, she was set to star in the Mission Impossible 7 and Mission Impossible 8. Okay. Alongside my boyfriend Tom Cruise. Now I'm gonna have to get at him.
That's a lot of Mission Impossible.
I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah, he's doing it.
The first movie set to release later this year, and the second in 2022. I can't wait.
Okay.
After hundreds and thousands of fans lobbied online for the former Reading Rainbow host to replace the Late Alex Trebek Burton accompanied the podium Monday night. That's LeVar Burton.
Yay!
After thousands of fans lobbied online, Burton was announced in the lineup of guest hosts, which also included Aaron Rodgers, Robin Roberts, and George Stephanopoulos. Why did they get George Stephanopoulos?
Who knows?
I don't understand.
Aaron Rodgers was drier than stale toast.
I can imagine. Burton tweeted, "I am overjoyed, excited, and eager to be guest hosting Jeopardy." Said when he took the Jeopardy podium stage on Monday, he continued to express his thanks and gratitude. Right on with you.
And he's doing a good job.
Okay. I got to check it out. I have to go on YouTube and check it out. Also, big news, Megan could be replaced on The View by Candace Owens or Megyn Kelly. What?
Hold up. Candace Owens?
Or Kelly Ann Conway.
Oh, my God.
The conservative talk show host announced in July, which was this month, that she was done with the show. Speculation is mounting as to whom will replace her, when the ABC reportedly scrambles to find another conservative voice. McCain's replacement will likely be, they said, Trump conservative, such as Kimberly Guilfoyle, which is Donald Trump Jr.'s girlfriend.
Oh, gosh.
I said,
anybody would be better than Candace Owens.
And they claimed that she was the biggest draw when she was on there. I was like, really? Okay.
In her mind.
McCain was a controversial co-host on The View, as she was the only one with the Republican viewpoint. Yeah. ABC has not confirmed any hiring decision to replace Megan, and they were saying they should promote the Spanish woman, Ana Navarro, a full-time host, but she likes part-time. She does a lot of other things, they said.
Yeah, she does.
She's very popular.
She's all over the place.
Yeah, and hey, don't mess up her money. Mm-hmm. She said, I don't want to be permanent, just maybe part-time.
Yeah.
I'll just fill in, so it's going to be interesting.
To hit it and quit it.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. It's going to be interesting to see who is going to, fill that spot.
Mm.
So I guess Megan going on the bigger and better things, I guess.
Well, as long as she goes.
Oh, I know, that's right. Unless she's tired of fighting with Whoopi.
Bye, Megan.
As we were talking about earlier, Scarlett Johansson, she is suing Disney over streaming of The Black Widow. She stars in the new Black Widow film. She's suing Disney for breach of contract after it streamed her superhero film Black Widow at the same time as the cinema release. She was thinking that they were just going to do cinema for probably a couple of months and then stream it, but no. But box office receipts then fell sharply, and Mrs. Johansson argues she was deprived of potential earnings. In response, Disney said it had fully, quote-unquote, fully complied with her contract and that her case had no merit whatsoever.
Yeah,
Ms. Johansson said she was promised by Marvel Studios. See, they probably got in bed with Disney, or Disney probably just made a decision, which is owned by Disney, that Black Widow would be a theatrical release. She said she had understood this to mean a widow. The movie of Time Would Pass, do 90 days, and
before it hit the Disney Plus.
Right. I know because of the pandemic, a lot of theaters were closed, but a lot of them are starting to open back up.
Yeah.
So it should have been clear. I think probably in that contract was not clear. It has grossed $218 million in its first weekend. Wow.
I don't know what's clear and what's not, but for her to say the contract was breached, then there must have been something in writing that determined how that was supposed to go down.
Right. But then a lot of times, they put in those contracts, that language and stuff, you don't understand. Yeah. But I'm quite sure she has lawyers.
I was getting ready to say, then that's why you have a lawyer to look stuff over.
So, Simon Cowell, I haven't heard his name in a while. The X Factor has been canceled after 17 years. Oh, you clapping?
Yay.
Everybody knows the talent show X Factor is broadcast in the UK. That was where he created the kind of American Idol, I think, stance, I guess. Created by Kyle in 2004. It aired 445 episodes over 15 series. with the last one being in 2018. The new show sees musical acts take to the stage to perform while a panel of judges, including Cal, decide who the top two performers of the evening are. So, interesting.
Whatever.
And last but not least, the Silk Sonic, which your boys, Mars and Anderson .Paak, came together earlier this year to leave the door open. Since Silk Sonic have showed their stuff in a live context on the Grammy Awards. Yep, they've been everywhere. iHeart Music Awards, BET. It also reached the summit on the adult R&B airplay chart, becoming the fastest to reach number one spot by male artists in the chart's history.
Yay.
And also, it's a new single. Skate is another funky throwback 70s vibe also.
Oh, they got another one out.
Yep.
So when's the album coming out? They said they're going to have an album coming out.
Well, as soon as they do 10 songs, at least.
Yeah, I think they teasing folks.
Yeah, well, they got me on the hook.
Yeah, I think, the teasers are good. That way you buy the whole album.
Yeah.
We have 2 songs, but still you go buy the album.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back to the line.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what's going on. Hello, caller. Welcome
Hey, this is Poppa DD Jr. back again. I want to add something to the Hollywood segment. Actually, I have a challenge for the Pajama Party Crew. Last Saturday or Sunday, I went to go see the number one movie in the world, Old. So I want to challenge you guys to go check that movie out, and let's talk about it next week. It's a very interesting movie.
What is the movie called?
It's called Old. It's the number one movie.
I heard about it.
OLD?
Yes, very interesting.
I heard.
OLD.
Oh, I did hear about it, but I hadn't.
That took place on a beach or something to that effect?
Yes, please. I want all three of y'all, when you get a chance, please go see it. And let's make that a topic next week. It is a very, very interesting movie.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds like a winner.
I saw that.
It was very. Check it out.
Yeah, the previews were very interesting.
Yeah, I saw the previews, and I was like, wait,
yes.
what? That was crazy.
So I'm going to say this: when you see it, it will be a very good topic. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for that tip. We will definitely put it on our list and check it out.
Okay. Thank you. You guys, I just wanted to add that to the Hollywood piece of my birthday girl, Ketel.
Well, thank you so much.
All right.
Yes.
We'll check it out.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. You guys have a...
Oh, sorry about that. You have a good evening, too.
All right.
Okay. I put that on the list.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That takes us down to the Kiss It list, Poppa DD. What is the Kiss It list?
Kiss It list is a group of people that showed their butt hiney over the last week or so, or 2 weeks or whatever. Don't matter as long as they're showing their ass. And we're putting them on the list. And let's see, we got the House representative that protested the mask rule, including Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and 35 others.
They just never give up.
I know. It's too much.
Now, this guy, Tony Roma, he's an Italian restaurant owner in Hamilton Beach, California, posting a sign that said the restaurant requires proof of being unvaccinated.
Oh, God.
And said he has zero tolerance for, anti-Americans. This guy is a complete idiot. You got to hear him talking. He was talking to Como the other day on CNN. It was amazing.
I saw that interview. That guy is a total jerk-off.
Yeah, he's a typical Italian. When people are typical, it's just...
He was like watching a living stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I've got this one. Representative Madison Cawthorn, who's a Republican from North Carolina. This guy has been soliciting donations online, saying that he needs to be able to pay the fines for congressional members and staff that refuse to wear a mask in the Capitol. But what's crazy is that when you click on his donation link, it takes you to his campaign page. Now, how are you soliciting donations to pay people's mask fines? First of all, why are they refusing to wear a mask? If the Capitol Police put a memo out saying you have to, the president says you have to, the CDC is trying to save your stupid life telling you you need to. He says, I'm trying to raise money to pay fines for these folks, but the site is going to his campaign page.
But you know what, though? What's so interesting is when white folks are manipulating other white folks. That's when it's interesting. That's when it's interesting as hell.
Okay.
People can be
exactly
like,
what they're
boy,
doing.
y'all are really stupid.
Yeah.
Anytime your own people can bullshit you, boy, y'all are real stupid.
I got Texas Deputy Attorney General Aaron Wright for calling Simone Biles a national embarrassment, and then later coming up with this lame apology when everybody started coming for him because he said something so stupid. Like, how you going to call her a national embarrassment? Dude, go sit down. And also, all the people who talk smack about Simone Biles withdrawing from Olympic competition to preserve her own health and life. Let's see, I got one more. Lumberton Honda, ex-employee. This is out of Durham, North Carolina. This man was a car salesperson. He posted a picture of a 21-year-old first-time black car owner. Her name is Trinity Bethune, but he posted her picture and put her name as Bonquisha. Somehow Bonquisha got her first car. Like, how the hell are you going to call this black woman Bonquisha?
Oh, God. What's wrong with people?
You know, I'm like, really? So he got fired, but I'm giving him the Ass of the Week award.
Okay.
All right. Ketel, who you got?
Representative Robert for throwing a mask at a staffer who asked her to wear one since it is a requirement.
They are crazy.
The so-called Election Integrity Committee in Pennsylvania demanding the residents tell them who they voted for in the presidential election. And they were going door to door, okay. Also, former gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar spoiling himself using thousands of dollars from his government fund to buy extra food and phone calls, but has not paid up his debts to his victims or the Crime Victims Fund.
I saw that article.
Wow.
He's been up in jail buying all this extra stuff with his commissary fund, but he haven't paid the victim fund or any of that he's supposed to be paying. These people are off the chain.
Did I mention the man with the eel up his ass?
Oh, him too.
Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Up his anus or whatever you want to call it.
Mr. Eel Anus. He's on the kiss it list. Who else did I say? The IOC? And the other governing board that allowed the ROC to let their gymnasts participate in the Olympics.
The Mensa cop that killed the black guy?
Yes, that guy, Mensa.
Okay. We did, York, Pennsylvania.
Got them.
Some stuff. The cops, the north side of Lincoln Park, the people there. The man has the diner.
Oh, yeah, the people that are harassing this brother's restaurant in Chicago.
Yeah, north side of Chicago, yeah. And,
And
that's
is
all
that
I
everybody?
Have. That's all I have. Yeah.
You got anybody else, Poppa DD?
No, that's it.
All right, well, let's give them their prize. Here it is. This is what you won.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world can kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh. You can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever-loving country ass. That's right.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm one of the hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. It's time for the last word, Poppa DD. What you got to say?
My last word is just be careful out there. Get your shot. If they call for a booster, get a booster. Whatever you can get in your arm, get in your arm. I mean that sincerely.
Okay. Well, my last word is, if you're banned, you're banned. Stop looking for loopholes. If you do something wrong and you screw up, take your punishment, ride it out, and then come back better and stronger and get it right the next time. But stop trying to find a loophole to figure out, I'm going to duck this and circumvent whatever the punishment. Take your punishment like a man, like a woman, like a grown-up. That's my last word. What's your last word, Kel?
I wasn't going to say nothing. I was going to be quiet. But the guy that owns the diner, the dinner, and the movie, leave him the hell alone. He's just trying to make a living. Okay? Y'all white people up there, y'all need to get with the motherfucking program. Yeah, I'm cussing. God damn it, I'm mad now. A person can't even have a business in a quote-unquote white area. It's not even their land. I mean, it's everybody's land. Everybody should have a piece of the pie. Come on now, fair.
You're right.
Not their land at all. They probably stole it from the damn Indians.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just crazy.
If you don't want to patronize it, don't go up in there, but leave him alone.
Leave him alone. But it's a conspiracy, as they say, to get this man to, run him out of business.
And the cops and everybody's involved in it.
Yeah, and I hope he stays fast. And I hope he can go to somebody higher up, because if you try to go to authorities there, they just going to just knock him right back down.
They all in cahoots.
It wouldn't surprise me. We need to follow the story. It's going to be interesting. Suppose this shit go all the way to the motherfucking Supreme Court. Yeah, I'm cussing tonight because I'm pissed.
What about that black mayor? What's she got to say about it?
Oh, yeah. Lightfoot. Yeah, what's she saying about this?
She probably be scared to say any damn thing. You probably on the white people.
Why? She think Putin going to come get her too? You know what? Anyway.
Just leave that man alone on the north side of Lincoln Park. Please do, because he's just trying to survive as a business owner. That's all.
That's all.
A dinner and a movie. That's it.
That's simple.
Just simple.
All right. Well, we gave y'all what we had for you tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll do it again next Friday, going into August. Happy birthday, Ketel.
Thank you.
Woo!
Birthday.
Shot.
Hey,
shot.
When we get off the air, we go one more round. All right. We're going to get up out of here. Say good night, Poppa DD.
Good night, everybody.
Say good night, Ketel.
Good night, and thanks to everybody for listening. Poppa DD Jr., aunts, uncles, cousins is listening from everywhere, from Cali to North Kakalaki to the DMV. We appreciate you listening, and thanks.
All righty. We'll do it again next Friday. Check us out online at apajamaparty.com. Peace and grease. We're out.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of cheers.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Party crew, people will see you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy. Join the party. Good summer party. Party crew, people will see you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy. Join the party. Good summer party. Party crew, people will see you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party.